Welcome to Pattaya Info, your trusted source for what's really happening across Pattaya, Lamung, and the Eastern Seaboard of Thailand. Take a deep breath, relax, and let's travel together through today's biggest stories, capturing both the chaos and the courage shaping life in our city. Late last night, residents of Soi Nong Pru 4 woke to the sound of sudden gunfire echoing through the dark. According to local authorities, a teenage gang opened fire during a late-night confrontation, leaving one young worker injured and several vehicles damaged. 18-year-old Natapat Kasem Sunthorn, an employee of a 7-Eleven convenience store, was struck in the arm by a stray bullet while riding his motorcycle home from work. He collapsed beside the road as witnesses called emergency services, who arrived within minutes to provide first aid. Paramedics stabilized his wound and rushed him to a local hospital, where he remains in stable condition tonight. Nearby, a white Toyota Fortuner SUV showed bullet holes in the right front fender. The owner told police he heard several loud cracks, followed by an impact, and realized his vehicle had been hit by live rounds. Moments later, he saw a group of young men speeding away on motorcycles as a dark sedan without license plates roared past. Eyewitnesses say there were at least 7 or 8 teenagers involved, riding together, some shouting, some laughing, before opening fire without warning. Police believe this same group had fired shots into the air the previous night, issuing a threat to return. Officers found 3 spent 9mm casings and a black knife sheath at the scene, all now being tested for fingerprints and DNA. In what may be a connected incident, 2 teenagers showed up at South Pattaya Road with severe knife wounds. One boy's hand was nearly severed, the other suffered deep cuts to his shoulder and arm. Both told rescuers they were attacked near the same area as the shooting. Investigators now suspect rival youth groups may be involved in escalating revenge violence. Police Lieutenant Surachai Chuikun from Nong Pru Police Station confirmed that multiple CCTV cameras are being reviewed and patrols have been increased throughout the area. He vowed the teenage shooters will be caught and prosecuted without delay. Local residents, meanwhile, say they're frightened and want stronger police presence before someone else gets killed. Meanwhile, a very different story unfolded along Pratamnak Beach. Immigration police have detained a Russian man who had been living on the streets for several months after overstaying his visa. The man, identified as Ruslan Dinarovich Valiev, also known as Gnarly Swore, was found sitting outside a seaside showroom, dressed in dirty, worn clothing and in visibly poor health. Beside him, a loyal black dog stayed close, refusing to leave even when officers approached. Locals say the man had been surviving by eating discarded food and receiving small acts of kindness from other Russian-speaking residents. His passport was badly damaged by water, making renewal or travel impossible, and his visa had expired nearly 2 months ago. When officers contacted his mother in Russia, she confirmed that her son suffers from mental health problems and had disappeared after losing stability at home. He has now been placed under immigration care, receiving food, medical attention, and temporary shelter, while authorities coordinate with his family to arrange emergency travel documents. His faithful dog has been adopted by local Russian residents and is now safe and well cared for. Officials say this situation reflects the hidden challenges faced by foreigners in distress who lose both their identity documents and their ability to travel. Without help, such individuals often end up isolated and vulnerable on the streets. Immigration authorities are now working closely with the Russian embassy to ensure his safe return home, where he can receive proper treatment. At Bali High Pier, another emergency unfolded around midday when a 60-year-old Russian woman was seriously injured while disembarking from a ferry. Rescue teams from the Sawang Boribun Foundation rushed to the scene after reports of a tourist crushed between a passenger boat and the pier railing. Witnesses said strong winds and rough waves rocked the ferry as it tried to dock after returning from Koh Larn Island. The woman attempted to step off at the wrong moment, slipped, and became trapped between the boat and the pier. The impact caused a deep wound to her leg, described as severe but not life-threatening. Paramedics applied pressure bandages before transporting her to Pattaya Memorial Hospital for further treatment. Doctors say she is recovering and in stable condition, though she may need surgery. Local boat operators have long warned that high winds can make docking extremely dangerous. This latest accident may prompt authorities to issue new safety measures for tourist ferries during rough weather. Investigators are reviewing security footage and interviewing crew members to confirm whether proper safety protocols were followed that day. And finally, police in Lamung have announced the arrest of 2 Myanmar nationals accused of stealing gold jewelry from a local woman after posing as potential tenants. The suspects, 27-year-old Mao Ang and 30-year-old Ma Su, were taken into custody after investigators traced them through CCTV footage linking them to the robbery. The incident took place on December 3rd, when the pair visited a property in Takiantia, pretending to be interested in renting a room. Once they gained the victim's trust, they suddenly grabbed her necklace, weighing 3 baht, and fled on a white Honda motorcycle. Police discovered that the suspects later disguised the bike by replacing its license plate and throwing away clothing used during the crime. When officers raided their rented room, they found several gold items, including earrings, rings, and newly purchased jewelry, believed to have been bought using the stolen money. During questioning, the couple first denied everything, but eventually confessed, claiming they were jobless with 4 children to support. Both were also found to be living illegally in Thailand with expired passports. They now face charges of joint theft using a vehicle and overstaying their visas. Police believe they may be responsible for additional thefts in nearby areas, and further investigations are underway. And that brings us to the end of today's full broadcast. From reckless teenage gunfire to acts of quiet compassion, from seaside accidents to swift police work, Pattaya continues to show both the beauty and the struggle of daily life along Thailand's eastern coast. Thank you for watching Pattaya Info. Stay safe, stay alert, and stay with us for more real stories from the heart of our city. Until next time, take care and good night.